Welcome to Smart Story Studio, where timeless truths come alive through powerful scripture stories filled with lessons, emotions, and transformation. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss any of our weekly uploads. Now, let's dive in. Prophet Musa, A.S., stood atop Mount Nebo, the wind softly caressing his face as he gazed at the promised land. His heart was filled with both reflection and submission, aware that he had led his people to the brink of their divine inheritance. Though he himself was forbidden by Allah from entering the land, his longing to fulfill the mission entrusted to him was immense. Yet Musa, A.S., was content, knowing that he had obeyed his Lord's commands, guiding his people out of oppression. In his final moments, Musa, as drew closer to Allah, his soul attuned to the divine presence. It was in this state of spiritual elevation that Allah chose to bring his noble servant back to him. The angels descended, gently taking him to his resting place. In accordance with divine wisdom, he was buried not far from the land he so longed to enter, yet hidden from the eyes of men, in a place only known to Allah. Musa's A.S. deep connection with sacred places teaches us that even prophets yearn for closeness to the divine. We are reminded through his story to live each day with purpose and readiness to meet our Creator at any moment. In a Hadith, the Prophet Muhammad told us, when the angel of death came to Musa, A.S., he struck him. Then the angel returned to Allah, and Allah told him to return to Musa and inform him to place his hand on the back of an ox. For every hair his hand covered, he would live 1 year. Musa, A.S., asked, "And then what?" The angel replied, "Then death." Musa, A.S., said, "Then let it be now." He was ready, not because he was tired, but because he longed to return to his Lord. In his final request, Musa, A.S., asked Allah for a simple favor. "O Allah, let me die just a stone's throw away from the Holy Land." And so, he passed away near the sacred land. The Prophet Muhammad later said, "If I were there, I would show you his grave, beneath the red sandhill." Bukhari and Muslim. Musa's story didn't end with the parting of the sea. It ended in submission, in longing for closeness to Allah, and in the acceptance of divine decree. He died not in a palace, but in the wilderness, not in triumph, but in peace. Because for Musa, A.S., victory was not entering the land, it was returning to Allah with a heart full of faith. Moral: even the greatest souls desired nearness to Allah, not just worldly victory. Life is temporary, but the return to Allah is forever. Prepare your heart for that moment. Actionable plans. 1. Live each day as if it could be your last, because one day it will be. Make your choices meaningful. 2. Pray with presence and sincerity. Salah is your meeting with Allah. Take it seriously. 3. Let go of your attachment to outcomes. Like Musa, A.S., be content with Allah's plan, not just your own goals. 4. Visit graves to remind yourself of the hereafter. It keeps your ego in check and your heart focused. 5. Make dua to die in a state that pleases Allah. Ask for a good ending. Hazan al-Khatimah. What a journey through faith, failure, and God's unfailing love. If this story moved you or taught you something powerful, drop a comment below and tell us what stood out the most. Remember, here at Smart Story Studio, we tell stories that inspire, teach, and transform lives. Subscribe now for more emotional, dramatic, and truth-filled scripture stories that shape your mind and spirit. Until next time, stay inspired, stay strong, and stay rooted in the Word.